Welcome to Clear and Candid, the official podcast of the Nueces County Sheriff's Office, where we pull back the curtain and bring you the real stories of the men and women who wear the uniform. In each episode, you'll meet deputies, correction officers, and even civilians, not just as professionals, but as people. Parents, veterans, athletes, neighbors, each with a story to tell. From adrenaline-fueled chases and tense moments inside the jail, to unexpected acts of kindness and the quiet strength it takes to serve. Clear and Candid shares the raw, honest, and sometimes wild experiences that shape our team and our community. This is more than a job, it's a calling. And these are the voices of Nueces County, up close and personal. So buckle up, stay sharp, and join us as we give a face to the badge and a heart to the uniform.
Hey everybody, I'm Lieutenant Joe A. Gonzalez. I'm one of the hosts here of the Nueces County Sheriff's Office podcast. I'm here with Natalie Williams,
Hello,
our co-host, and today we have a very special guest. His name is Sergeant Mark Villarreal. I have the honor of knowing Mark for a very, very long time. I started working here in 2007, 2008, and Mark was already here, so he kind of showed me around the block and kind of guided me along the way. So, Mark, tell us a little bit about how did you end up? So, first of all, where are you from?
So originally, I'm from Devine, Texas.
Okay.
Which is a little town, about 3,500 people, right outside of San Antonio. My family been from the Devine area, the Moore area. We've been there for a really long time. My wife's family's from there too.
What's your wife's name?
My wife's name is Alice.
Shout out to Alice. Yeah, man.
Alice. Hi, Alice.
I'm sure Alice is watching right now.
We've been married for 23 years.
Get that right, because I don't want to. 24 years. 24 years. 24 years. 24 years.
24, yeah.
Yeah. 24 wonderful.
Yes. Wonderful.
Happy.
Yes.
Amazing.
Perfect
Terrific.
years.
Yeah. Perfect.
I couldn't do a lot of the stuff that I do today without her, for sure.
I vouch for that.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. But no, like I said, so we, high school sweethearts. We were, been together for almost 30 years, believe it or not.
Wow.
We moved here. I was 23. We already had our two oldest sons. My daughter was born here in Corpus, but I went to the fire academy and the EMT academy in San Antonio. That was kind of my career path originally that I was planning on going down. That didn't quite work out. We were looking for a job, and I was working at Frost Bank at the time, and in the commercial department, and so we needed something that was a little bit more steady, and we needed to get off on our own and spread our wings, and Nueces County picked us up. And I came in, did an interview, took the test all on the same day, kind of like they do now. And they called me back. Actually, Abel Carrion called me back and said, "Hey, you think you can come and start like ASAP?" And I was like, "Oh, like how soon is ASAP?" And he's like, "Oh, like 2 weeks." I was like, "Well, I kind of live in Devine right now, but I think I can make it work." So moved down here, stayed with my cousin for about a month till the rest of my family came down. And when I first started, I planned on not being here. 21 years later.
Temporarily.
Yeah.
As a motto is around
say
here.
temporary.
Temporary.
Yeah.
Temporarily moved to Corpus.
Yeah.
21 years later, I'm still here. So definitely has become my career, my home, and not only that, but also my family.
That's awesome. What's your favorite thing from when you started to now? What's the favorite thing about the sheriff's office?
Believe it or not, it really is a sense of family that we have. And I'm sure Joe can tell you, we've been, those of us that have been here for a while, and you guys definitely tell y'all that we do become like a family. And sometimes it feels like we spend more time at work than we do at home.
Probably because you do sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. We miss holidays.
Yeah.
And we miss birthdays and all kinds of family events, and even funerals sometimes. And I can tell you though for the fact that when my parents passed away, St. Gonzalez and the other officers were there for me. That meant a lot. So you definitely become like a family. I think that's the most important. Thank God.
For sure.
Yeah, I can definitely attest to that. I drove all the way to Divine. I think it was me and Officer Thurman. We drove all the way to Divine for, I think, both funerals.
Yes,
I think.
yes,
So,
for sure.
So, you do become a family, and, you're there for the good times, the bad times, and the really tough times.
Yep.
So you have a bond with people, and, you almost really become a family. That's
Yes,
really what it is. It's a really family environment.
Like Lieutenant Gonzalez said, we've known each other for years. And my wife jokes sometimes that he's more of like her brother-in-law than
I get that.
else.
And I gotta give Alice a shout out too, because she has helped me so much. We've got National Night Out coming out, and I couldn't do it without her and the association and all the effort they're putting into hosting. So I gotta give her a shout out, because if it wasn't for her, it wouldn't get done. I appreciate you, Alice. Thank you so much.
So Mark, tell us a little bit about your career path. So you came from San Antonio, you came from the fire academy, you came into the sheriff's office.
Yes.
Evo Carrion, who was probably the captain back then, then
actually
became a chief.
I think he was lieutenant at the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he gives you a call, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna move to Corpus. I'm gonna join the sheriff's office. Right. So tell us about your first couple of days, your first experience here.
So obviously I started in the jail, still in the jail 21 years later, just sergeant in transport now, but I still consider myself part of the jail, and proud of that. So my first day, I had no idea what I was getting myself into.
I don't think a lot of people do.
I had never been in a jail before, never knew anybody that was really ever been in jail before, so it was definitely a new experience, and I'm sure I wore it on my face very well. But we had some pretty good CTOs back then, and I had some very good CTOs, and one of the ones that really stuck out to me was officer by the name of Officer Nash. So the way we used to work back then is we'd have a CTO at the annex and a CTO at the main jail. And the CTO at the annex was named Officer Nash. He was an older gentleman, been here forever, a Vietnam veteran. And he took me under his wing and pretty much showed me the ropes and gave me the second day here, I think he saw a look on my face, and he was like, let me give you a piece of advice. He was like, no matter what you do, he was like, stick it out and retire from here. He was like, don't let nobody run you off. Don't let anybody try to scare you off. Stick it out. And I live by those words, and I tried my best to stick it out through the hard times and the good times. But definitely working in the jail there is bad times. So you see a lot of things that you would never think that you would ever see in your whole life. So definitely
that's when you lean on those relationships.
Yes, for sure, definitely, right?
Sisters,
yeah, you definitely learn to rely on your fellow officers and your command staff as well. They definitely help you out.
And while we're talking, if anybody out there has any questions for Sergeant Villarreal, let us know in the comments. He'd be happy to answer any questions, right?
Yes, for sure.
I'm putting him on the spot there, but.
And so you got hired. Nash was your CTO. You do a little bit of time, and then when I came on, I felt like you're already kind of like a senior guy, so you knew what was going on. So
yeah, and like most people can tell you in the jail, sometimes being only here a year or two, you start to feel like you're a senior guy, like you've been here forever. Looking back at it now, 21 years, you're kind of like, I didn't know anything even at 2 years. But for sure, I did a little bit of time at the main jail, then I transferred over to the annex, supposedly temporary to cover my lieutenant at the time, which is Chief Perez, said, hey, I need you to go cover the annex for vacation.
Temporary.
That work keeps coming up.
Yeah, and, temporary turned into almost 5 years. I wound up working at the annex in all kinds of different roles. And that's where I met Gonzalez. And did that for a little while, then transferred back to the main jail. And then altogether, it was about almost 9.5 years that I did on shift. After that, I'll never forget the day. I actually brought this up to Chief Bettis the other day. I had heard that they were hiring for transport. So I went downstairs, I knocked on the door for admin, and I had my letter all typed out. And Chief Perez answered, well, at the time he was Captain Perez, answers the door and says, "Don't tell me you're quitting." I was like, no. I said, you have to run me off, Chief, at the time, Cap. I said, you have to run me off, Cap, because I think I'm probably gonna be here forever. And he kind of laughed and handed me the letter. And he said, all right. So about a month later, I'll never forget. I was working 5th floor, and I saw Captain Perez come up on the floor. The elevator beams, and he walks out. And he goes, "Hey, can I talk to you?" And as an officer, the first thing you think of is like, "Oh man, what did I do?
What did I do wrong?"
Like, he's actually gonna run me off now. What's happening?
What did they see me doing, or what did I do?" And so he said, "Hey, you still want to go to transport?" And I said, "Yes, sir." And he said, "All right." He said, "Take off Saturday, Sunday, Monday, report to transport." And I've been in transport for almost 11 years now, and been sergeant officially for 6 months now of
Nice.
transport.
Unofficially, probably the last.
Right?
Unofficially, maybe a little bit
Kind of,
longer than
yeah.
that. But definitely for officially the last 6 months I've been with
And what do you like about the transport?
So transport is it's huge. We're a small division within the jail, which is responsible for a lot. And I think people sometimes, not just other officers, but just in general, forget how much we actually are responsible for. We're responsible for all the courts, interactions with courts. We used to, when I first started, we were responsible for extradition. Had to do that for a little while. Laundry, the kitchen, anything basically that supports the jail, we were responsible for. So when I first started in transport, there was over 20 officers, so we had room to spread out in all the different capacities, including rec, stuff like that. And now there's less than 13 of us, and we still get the same job done without complaints. When we get it done, people get it done, and I'm very proud of them.
So tell us, like on a really busy day, how many people do you think that you guys transport from the Nueces County Jail into the criminal justice system, right into the different district courts that we have?
So I would take it. So on our busiest day by far out of the week is usually on Thursdays. Wednesdays and Thursdays is docket call for trials that are coming up for the following week. So on our busy day, let's say this past week, we had probably close to 40 people. They would move back and forth between the jail, the court, and then not only that, but then we have to bring the inmates from the annex over to the jail as well to take them to court and then take them back to the annex. So between all of that, we probably move close to maybe 60, 70 people in one day, just in that. And that's not including, we do all the dialysis runs, we do all of the out of building medical runs. We also do, on top of all that, we got to make sure that while they're down there in temporary housing, that we're feeding them, that we're watching them, that we don't have any fights down there in those holding cells. So, it's a lot to do for the 13 people that I have, but, I thank God every day that I have a good team. We all work together and make it happen.
Get it done.
So you guys move anywhere between 300 to 400 people in a 5-day time span. And that includes, going to all the courts, medical, taking people to sick calls, dialysis, everything that we do. Right. So it's a lot of runs.
Right.
So there's a lot going on in transport that, like Mr. Lane was here last, I believe, right?
Last month.
And, he says he sees about, 60 people a day. Right. So that doesn't even that doesn't even go into your count. That's a separate count.
That's mental health falls underneath us. The medical officers fall underneath us. So you ought to add up that all together.
That's a lot of context.
Right. That's
a lot of context.
And I have to say, for the most part, we deal with, we're one of the few, and people forget, we deal with almost every single inmate eventually in the jail, whether if it's court, medical, whatever the case may be, and we hardly have any problems. That's really a blessing that we really are able to move that many people without very to no problems at all.
Which is great.
Yes, for sure.
Which attests to your team and how well you guys are running things. Awesome.
So let's switch gears a little bit. So just for you guys that don't know, right? So Sergeant Mark Villarreal also happens to be the president of the
Right.
Nueces County Sheriff's Association.
Yes.
So we have a big event coming up, right?
Yes.
October 1st, Wednesday,
2 days away.
5 p.m. Robstown,
You
Exhibit Hall
gotta be
A.
there.
You gotta be there. We want you there. We want a large attendance, right? And so you're the president, the Sheriff's Association, big event, National Night Out. Tell us a little bit about this event, V.
So, you know, this is our second year.
Second year. Second annual, yes.
Second year of us being, I guess you could call it the title sponsor. You know, in conjunction with the Sheriff's Department and Sheriff Hooper, that helps us out a lot. He gets us use Natalie. Without her help, you know, it's hard to have so many moving parts behind the scenes. But you know, the association, we started off. We do a lot of things that I think that people in the community maybe not aware of. We sponsor little league teams. We sponsor football teams. We even recently sponsored a robotics team. That was a first for us for collegiate high school. We're sponsoring one of their robotics teams. So we do a lot. We do a lot of community outreach. We've done Head Start programs before for Christmas and Halloween. We used to partner with Judge Rubio out there at Hilltop to do stuff like that. But me and the sheriff had talked once before in the past, and he made it known that hey, we really need to start reaching out to the communities that are outside of Corpus Christi, because inside Corpus, you know, there's a lot of programs, but when you start looking out into the rural areas, you know, like Bishop or Agua Dulce or Banquete, any of those areas, they're really lacking in things that they have going for them in the community. So I think the National Night Out, it's out at the fairgrounds, is the perfect place because it's really out in the county. It's close to Robstown, and it brings in a lot of people that really might not get a chance to attend a National Night Out, you know, especially in the rural part of the county. You know, I think that as us being sheriff's officers and the sheriff's department responsible for that area, I think that's huge for us to reach out to those areas that are probably underserved, really, you know, definitely inside the county.
And we don't want them to feel like they're left out, right? You know,
No,
because the
right.
sheriff's office, we are their police department, so we want them to know that that we care about them and that you know that they're always in our mind. And so you know, we do want to reach out to everybody in the community. Obviously, you know, this includes everybody from Port Aransas, the island, Corpus
Even
Christi.
inside the city limits, yeah, exactly.
Even
We're not
inside
leaving
the
y'all
city
out.
limits, you know, going all the way to you know to you know Bishop, and then of course you have you know Banquete, Agua Dulce, you know all of the FM 70 area, and then all the way up to 624,
Right.
the Sandia area. So we want to get the whole county over there. Last year we had about 1,000 people show up, and this year we really want to you know put the word out, and we want to include as many people as possible.
We want everyone to know about it, so spread the word, help us share on Facebook,
Yes.
because the more people that are there, the more I get to enjoy it. It's a completely free community event. Nobody has to pay for anything. The vendors aren't selling anything. Everyone is just there because they want to build those relationships with the community just like we do. And so this is a great way to get all of those communities together, know who your first responders are in the area, and meet your association.
Yes, and for sure, and definitely, I think this is a great event to show that the positive side of law enforcement. I think that you know, definitely, especially in recent times, law enforcement has had black eyes that probably aren't well deserved, because I think for the most part, most of us come to work and do our job, and we do it professionally, and we care about the people that are in the community. You know, we really do. When things happen out there, you know, we don't always see the best in people, but we really do care. I think this goes a long ways to show that, hey, we want to get back and we want that positive, you know, we never know. There might be a 5-year-old kid that has never had a positive interaction with law enforcement, and we might give them the opportunity to say, you know what, when I grow up, I'd like to be in law enforcement in some capacity, and I think that's what we're all looking for.
And also to let the community know, like, hey, these are the people that you're interacting with on a daily basis. If there's something happening in your neighborhood and you don't like, you know, if you think there's illegal activity happening, we're the people that you can come to. We want to help you. We want where you live to be safe. We want where we live to be safe. So it just goes a long way in building those kinds of relationships too.
So Natalie, I'm glad that you brought up, how to contact us. So we always push the Nueces County Sheriff's app, and so there's a lot of people that are, I guess, upset, or
I'm getting your calls. I'm getting
we're
your
getting your
emails.
text messages, your
I
emails,
get it, I
your
get
smoke
it.
signals, your mail, your
Yeah.
instant messenger requests. Tell us a little bit about what's
So-
going on with the Sheriff's app.
Yes, so right now, if you are not aware, the inmate feed is down. So the part of our app where you could go and see who was currently in our jails is down. It is not our choice. It is not even the app company's problem. So the prior company that did that feed is no longer employed or paid, or I don't know how you would word that, by the state of Texas. They've chosen a new vendor. This vendor has a little different approach and doesn't have the same capabilities as of right now to do the inmate feed through a third-party app. So while we're waiting on them, we're also looking into options with our own IT department to see if we can get our own inmate feed up. I promise we're working on it, not ignoring you. If you've emailed me, I've emailed you back. I'm not trying to, we're not trying to hide anybody. It's just that the state went with another company and that company doesn't have those capabilities.
So we don't want to throw anybody under the bus, right? But
But it's not us.
It's not us. The state legislature. They're the ones that chose not to go with the same company. They chose a different route. So if you know who your state legislature is, more than happy to
We've
call
talked
them.
to the Attorney General's
and,
office,
you know,
even. Yeah.
We've
it
done
goes up
everything
high.
that we can to try to get that company back, but this is something that the state legislature did. So Todd Hunter and Denise, I'm sorry to throw y'all. I'm sorry I'm driving the bus today, but it's I hate to say it, but if I have to point the finger at somebody, that's who it is. I'm not trying to drive the bus over them, but that's the reason why our feed's not working. It's nothing that we're 100% transparent. We're not trying to hide anything. It's just that the feed mechanism that feeds our app has changed by the state of Texas. So. But we are working to come up with a workaround solution to that. I know a lot of the attorneys love the app because they're able to see where their client is at, and it avoids them having to call or show up, and then they have to go to the other facility. So we do apologize about that. So we just wanted to make sure that you guys kind of know the why behind it, and we are working on it. But since some people say, well, this other county, they have all their inmates. Well, yeah, they only have 50 inmates. They don't have 1,200 inmates.
Right.
And so, yes, it's very doable for the smaller counties that only have 50 people. But for us, we're kind of in the middle. We're not a huge facility like Bexar County or or Harris County where they have a dedicated team. But then we're not a small county either where there's only 50 people.
Well, I think we have the 7th most populous jail in the state. So it's pretty. It's a lot of. It's a big undertaking.
So we're mid-range to
but we're working
high-range, but we are working on it.
We'll keep you updated as we go along.
And so just kind of to recap, we are having the event October 1st, National Night Out. This event, couldn't be done without our sponsors. Some of our sponsors are the Wyatt Ranch.
Wyatt Ranch,
Thank you very
JB
much for
Pavelka. I'm probably going to forget somebody.
Tesla.
Tesla, Churchwell, Environmental,
Jet Specialties.
Aramark, Jet Specialties, Rambro. I'm probably going to forget somebody. I didn't know I was going to be.
No intention, but we want to thank you guys because
The U.S. Coast Guard.
Well, they're
Yeah,
a first
yeah.
responder. Yeah.
So the Sheriff's Association, the funding mechanism for that is by union dues. So
Yes,
it's 100% funded by the officers. So the stuff that we do, it's basically funded by the people that are out there serving and protecting. So it helps a lot when we have
those
vendors
For
and
sure.
sponsors because it kind of helps subsidize what the officers are doing, and so that helps us out a lot. So we're gonna have
Levy Dykem too. They were one of our huge sponsors, so I appreciate that as well.
we're gonna have funnel cakes.
Yes.
We're gonna have food,
Lemonade,
Lemonade,
sausage wraps,
sausage wraps,
snow cones,
snow
all
cones,
free. Nobody's paying for
Popcorn.
anything.
popcorn.
That's right.
So just kind of and that's all possible because everybody working together, right? And I'm gonna steal this from Todd, but trabajando juntos, working all together, you
Yes.
get it done. So
Yes. And not to mention all the door prices that we're gonna have.
we're gonna
If you walk in the door, you get a door price ticket at no charge. So everybody's got a chance to win. We have PlayStation 5s. We have the new Nintendo Switches. We've got a family 4-pack to the aquarium. Thanks to them for donating that. We just have so much that you can come and enjoy, and you might walk away with something awesome. You're going to walk away with a goodie bag of a bunch of stuff from the vendors, but you might walk away with a PlayStation 5 also.
And it's completely free. And this year we're going to try to change it up a little bit. I think we're going to have a drawing for door prizes, probably like around once an hour or so.
Probably twice an hour, but we'll be doing like the big prizes. Like the PlayStation 5, we'll do a giveaway at 6, 7, and 8 o'clock. Last year it was only at the end. We want to give everybody a chance to win without having to stay for the full 3 hours. So we'll be doing probably twice an hour. We also have our canine demonstrations that will be going on about twice an hour. We have the dance team from Moody, the Strutters. We just found out like yesterday that they'll be there doing some dances in the middle. So we've got a lot going on, plus 18 area first responders. We'll have their trucks and cars and even the Coast Guard helicopter. So there's going to be a lot to do and see, and we're really excited. Plus games for the kids to play, a petting zoo, all kinds of stuff.
So don't forget,
Yes.
October 1st, Wednesday, where's it going to be at?
The R&B
Fairgrounds.
You know, it's going to be at the Robson Fairgrounds, Exhibit Hall A. It's going to be inside in the air conditioned.
That's right,
Air conditioned.
If you went last year, you know it was very hot. We're in the AC this year, so it'll be more comfortable for everyone. The food trucks will be outside, but majority of things will be
We
inside.
had a great indoors.
Oh yes, the dunking booth. So we've got some corrections officers and deputies that will be in the dunking booth. So you can line up and dunk them to your heart's desire, and it'll be fun.
And I think this year, not just the sheriff's office, but there might be one, possibly two other agencies. Maybe we're still waiting. We're still holding out. You know,
We'll see.
but we'll see. We'll see who actually shows up. But you know, I'm throwing that out there as a challenge. If you're from another law enforcement agency and you're not scared,
That's right.
get dunked
Get
in
in
the
that
booth.
dunking booth.
Yeah. So besides our 15 guys are you know, they're gonna take the bullet and get dunked. If you're from another law enforcement agency
And you want
and you want to get dunked,
Give me a
come
call.
on down.
I'll
Give
put you on the
Give
list.
Natalie, she'll put you down on the list. So, anything else that we want to talk about?
I think that's it. Well, as far as for me, I do want to thank, like you said, everything that the association does. As me being president, I want to thank the members. Without them, I really do consider them family. A lot of the things that we do in the community possible, and just to to let everybody know, it's not just people that are in jail. It's field ops, it's the constable's offices. Anybody that's in law enforcement, the entire county. We all become a family, and just like some families, hey, we don't always get along, but at the end of the day, we're still family, and we still look out for each other. And you gotta remember that day in, day out, that that's what matters. We're here for each other, and I want to thank the members, others.
And we thank the association for doing the same, looking out for us as well.
So, so we have one of the PD officers. His name is Martinez.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody from the PD is coming, but if you show up, I'll put
If
you
you
in
show
there.
up, we'll dunk you. We'll be happy to dunk you. So he used to be a former patrol sergeant, and so he came here. He grew here. He was a patrol supervisor. He went to CCPD Academy, valedictorian.
That's right.
That's the caliber of officers that Nueces County.
Absolutely.
They go to PD and they become valedictorians of their class over there. So if you want to come on
I
down.
will put you in the dunking booth.
We'll put
don't
you in the
worry.
dunking booth.
Also, I gotta give a shout out to Trista. Thanks for she said my hair looks great. I appreciate it. It's because there's no humidity today.
But all right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, we really look forward to everybody being at National Night Out, and that's all we have for today.
Yes, that's it. We'll see you next month.
All right,
Thanks
stay
for being
tuned.
here.
Thank you.